Identify Gamers. Today we are going to be taking a look at the Paper Bride crossover. Okay, that's enough, little guys. Put me down. Today we're going to be looking at the Paper Bride crossover event, specifically the Zangling Village Travelogue here. I actually got to do all the event. It was pretty fun. As a Paper Bride fan, I am, pretty excited with this whole crossover coming. Of course, we do pick up all the skins in today's video. Well, I picked up this one in a different video. I also picked up these furnitures, and let's take a closer look at the skins. If you want to see that, I'll put a link in the description below. Today we're looking at the story event, specifically that Zangling Village Travelogue here today. So, without being said, let's just jump right in to the crossover. All right, it's time to look at the Zangling Village Travelogue event. Let's not waste any time and take a look here. Hey! Tao Ming, young little doll. Hold on, jump scare warning. The next segment contains sudden and intense audio-visual jump scares that may cause discomfort. Okay, so accept challenge. Okay, I see. So for this, I am going to accept the challenge. If you guys don't like jump scares, obviously don't take a look at this. I think it's kind of funny because they actually had a lot of jump scares in the original Paper Bride series. At the moment, I've still only played 1 through 5, but I'm sure as this story goes on, I will have already played the 6th one. Here we go. Accept the challenge. Let's see what we got here. Chinatown Folk Arts Troupe. Within the dimly lit costume chamber, the young master of the troupe meticulously inspects each robe and ornament, ensuring all is in perfect order for the ancestral ritual performance in the days to come. As she tidies the old trunks, 3 unfamiliar shadow puppets and a time worm tome emerge from the depths. Okay, interesting. Oh, wait, what did I just do? Oh, I'm a doofus. All right, okay, this is Mind's Eye. Okay. One puppet bears the makeup of a newlywed bride, while the other 2, adorned in a more modern attire. Could these be props for the Zangling Village Travelogue play? Zhuangzi once dreamed he had become a butterfly. The dream was so vivid that upon waking, he questioned the nature of his own existence. Now, as I seek inspiration for... Oh my goodness, why is the text so small? Zhuangzi once dreamed that he had become a butterfly. The dream was so vivid that upon waking, he questioned the nature of his own existence. Now I seek inspiration for a Liyuan opera script. I wander through mountains. I love how we can hear the Chinese opera sounds in the background. That's so funny. I wonder if this is a original composition for this crossover as well, because this does not sound like any song that has been in Paper Bride so far, unless it's in 6 or 7. Anyways, I wander through mountains and rivers, traversing distant lands, alone on a secluded path. I lose my way and by chance step into the ancient village of Zangling. For those who don't know, I'm not going to try to spoil too much Paper Bride stuff in this. I guess it's probably safe to do a little bit. Zangling Village is the cursed village of Paper Bride. There is a lot of reoccurring stuff throughout the Paper Bride series. All the games are interconnected. Zangling Village is basically, it's a cult. It's a death cult. There's like a god of death, and everybody who lives in that village is basically cultists that pray to this god of death, and they like do human sacrifices. They do all sorts of bad stuff. So they suck. And there's also this flower that grows there. Some lily something, and it causes hallucinations. So whoever goes there experiences hallucinations, which happens a lot in Paper Bride. So pretty much Zangling Village is considered to be very important in the Paper Bride series, and it's just a cursed village, basically. That's the best way you can look at it. There, Paper seemed to awaken with spirits, whispering the joys and sorrows of the living. Shadow puppets, as if possessed by wandering souls, blurred the boundary between the worlds of the living and the dead. All was strange and eerie, a realm far off removed from the world of mortals. When I finally departed, leaning on my staff, I turned back to see the mountains shrouded in mist. The village faded into obscurity. Was all I witnessed but a fleeting dream of a shadow play? Or does such a mysterious land truly exist between heaven and earth? Thus, I recorded this tale of the uncanny, sketching its forms and features, leaving it for future generations to ponder. This does not look like a shadow play script, but rather a travel journal. The author styles himself the Wandering Scribe, likely a name borrowed from the olden days. When storytellers and folk troupes would pen tales and perform on stage, I suppose I should... How could one let slip secrets of the unknown? Speak not of the occult nor the supernatural. Okay, listen, I think we go for the first one because no matter what happens, this is going to happen here as well. So If there's also multiple endings, by the way, I might play on multiple accounts to get said multiple endings. But for now, we're just going to play it base and see how things go. Sorting through the chest can wait. Why not see what tales the book holds about Zangling Village? Perhaps it will inspire new stories for our shadow play. Okay, Zangling Village. The author has lingered before the temple for several days. Trapped in this uncanny place for days, I've grown bolder. The shadow puppets upon the stage need no strings. They move, speak, and sing of their own accord. At first, I thought I'd seen a ghost, but now, the bizarre is almost mundane. Heavens have mercy. What matters most is finding the key to escape. Okay. The trapped shadow puppet. This is Tao Mingyan, the antiquarian skin. Also my favorite protagonist from Paper Bride. She is the protagonist of Paper Bride 2 and 5. And in my opinion, the best character in the series. Correction. Do as I say if you wish to escape. Kindly, sir, enough dawdling. Help me out of this puppet body. You must leave before the 15th day of the 7th lunar month. Okay. Fun fact, almost every single Paper Bride takes place on the 15th day of the 7th lunar month. It's seen as Ghost Day. And that's why like ghosts will come out and whatnot. But it's also just hallucinations, so it's very unclear what the truth is. But the 15th day of the 7th lunar month is a very important day in Paper Bride. Very well. This puppet, with its crimson lips and pale teeth, swears time and again she is no spirit or fiend, but once a living soul named Tao Mingyan. Not long ago, she found herself paralyzed in a dream, and upon waking, she discovered she'd become paper thin. She understood, without knowing how, that her spirit was trapped within this puppet, and only by fulfilling the play could she be freed. Okay, I mean, that's quite literally because she has been in this situation, or at least relatively similar situations where she has had to control a puppet multiple times before. Yet, as fate would have it, the 15th day of the 7th lunar month draws near, when wandering spirits and wild ghosts prowl these mountain valleys, eager to seize the stage and return to the living. When the gong strikes, it bewilders the mind, making us mistake the puppets for the real. Yeah, that's another interesting thing. This event actually started on the 2nd of July, and it's going to be passing through that 15th day of the 7th lunar month, but I find it to be a little interesting that the timing of this crossover works well for Paper Bride, just narratively as well. Anyway, blah blah blah, performed are drawn from the character's own past, offering hints and warnings. Should you seek a puppet falter, its lines or movements askew, know that evil is at work. Stay vigilant. My efforts are to save the spirit trapped within, and perhaps to find my own path to survival. Okay. Your wisdom rings true, speak not of the occult nor the supernatural. Let's go for your wisdom rings true. So it is. I shall compare each puppet's features to the script, ensuring this the spirit inside enacts the tale as written. Only by taking this seriously can we free them from their paper prison and find our way out of these mountains. Elder, to whom do you speak so earnestly? Hurry now, let us begin. Okay, interesting. Hi, Tao Mingyan. Goat, the legendary goat. Spend one of these coins to unlock the minigame each day. Okay, interesting. Please finish behind the curtain minigame first. Okay, story rewards. Looks like we get spyglass, friendship letter, clue, fragment, costume ornaments, and then one of the two skins that we can get for free. Either the antiquarian skin, Tao Mingyan, or the novelist skin, Xiaoqi. Still don't know much about Xiaoqi's story because I haven't played Paper Bride 6 at the moment, but hopefully by the next time I record day 2 for this event, we'll see a little more of that. Scribbled ideas. Now this is interesting. Oh. Huh. Players share Paper Bride crossword map one time to earn this. Okay, interesting. Huh. So who made these? Are these made by real people? Or... Huh. We might have to take a look at those sometime. All right, let's see the puppet guide here. Okay, this is a mini game that happens in Paper Bride 3 actually, but not with Tao Mingyan. It actually happens with Tong Tong from the 3rd game. Let's see here. Oh. Okay, well that was way shorter. Let's see here. Daily rewards, we get some clues, we get some fragments, we get Niemori Graffiti as a little puppet. We have Tao Mingyan Graffiti. We have a Xiaoqi Graffiti. And then you can pick one of the furnitures here, the Red Scarecrow or the Paper Matchmaker. If you guys want the one that's more lore important, I would choose the Paper Matchmaker. These are both from Paper Bride 3. This one, it literally has no plot relevance at all, honestly. This one has a little bit of plot relevance. This one's a little more important, but obviously you can just pick based on aesthetics. But if you want the one that's more focused on lore, I would choose the Matchmaker here. So there's our daily check-in, and I guess we're gonna have to do a quick match real quick. I see. There we go. We got our spirit coin. Yippee! Okay, now let's see what we do with said spirit coin. Here we go. How to play. The Shadow Puppet will act out the scenes based on the script. Click the Shadow Puppet script button on the left to view the character's lines. Okay, then. Okay, so it's basically like try to find a fake thing. All right, let's see here. The Shadow Puppets will perform a stage on the script appears here. Flip through it to review the dialogue. Poem, blazing flames consume the wicked scroll. Ghostly bride, yeah, okay, this is also the vitality over at the top left. You see the chances. That's actually a thing in Paper Bride Mobile. If you play on mobile, you actually only have 3 chances per chapter, and if you mess up, you're cooked, which is pretty interesting. You have to start the chapter entirely over. Luckily on the Steam version, you can just spam click, and you don't have to worry about that. But on mobile, you have 3 chances, otherwise you have to start the entire chapter over, which is really bad, honestly. I don't know why they only gave you 3 lives. That's kind of crazy, but yeah, let's see here. Click on a character to view their information. Okay, well, Modi is definitely going to be the most... Okay, character info. What the heck? How many things do I have to check? Sheesh. All right. What the heck? Okay, hammer, spear. What the... Can you tell if the shadow performing on stage is truly the trapped soul? Okay, let's see here. Blazing flames consume the wicked scroll. Ghostly bride's tail torn, spirits lose control. Silver pistol in hand, I fear no ghost or fiend. This body stands defiant, fate yet unseen. Okay, Nie Modi. Oh, what the heck? What the heck? Oh my gosh. What? That's kind of crazy. Hold on. Okay, let's start with Tao Mingyan. Okay, so I guess I'm not really sure what's going on. Like the face, ponytail, these things, her knees. All right, let's see here. Volume 5, Reincarnation. Enter Tao Mingyang walking in. Poem. Blazing flames consume the wicked scroll. Zangling's bride tail torn. Spirits lose control. Silver spear in hand, I fear no ghost or fiend. This body stands defiant, fate yet unseen. Spoken. From childhood to adulthood, nightmares have bound me each night. Trapped in Zangling village, I wore a paper gown, tied to the altar awaiting sacrifice. Villagers, like lifeless wooden puppets, closed in, and a figure in opera robes drew near with a blade. Okay. Only later did I learn the figure was Sha Ji Jinggang, the alter ego of my lover in the past life, Liang Xiaoping. He cuts the bonds and rescued Zhu from the altar. I later understood that these nightmares spring from past life karma, from childhood shadows and the calamity of the forced bridal dress. Though I burned the evil tome and fled Zangling village, strange happenings haunt me still. Okay, song. 3 friends set out for butterfly lovers' play. Dim lanterns flickered, shadows led astray. Silken sleeves flutter, longing takes flight. Suddenly jade butterfly shatters in sight. Okay, this is all very accurate to the story of Tao Mingyang in Paper Bride 2, and mostly 2 so far. Suddenly jade butterfly is sight, painted faces split, reveal demons glare, evil flames leap, the stage burns in despair. Spectators vanish, only smoke in old graves, ashes and tombs in the darkness it paves. Zangling's peril I cannot forget, I seek an escape but all the doors are set. Fire dies down, butterfly jade I claim, set in stone, secrets whisper my name. Butterfly, yeah, jade is also like a really important thing that happens in Paper Bride. It's like a very important item that's in all the games mostly. And her like, I guess, insignia or symbolism is all about butterflies. A message appears, Zangling's tale to unfold, dark village secrets and whispers retold. Together we seek the joy's delight, unlocking the door with a key in the night. Red doors return to curtains of crimson thread, where the wooden hands clap and all hope seems dead. I search through the drapes for a living way, yet ghostly hands drag me deeper into the play. Even now anger burns within me. The wooden puppet's grip was like iron, my hands still ache. The puppets together pull me inside. Ziyi remains, but Yuanfeng hides. Okay, this is about Paper Bride 5. Ziyi and Yuan Feng is her lover from her past life reincarnated, and then Ziyi is just her friend. I wish to ask how we might break free, but my dear friend's words felt strange to me. She who had shunned secrets in the light now probes my heart through the haunted night. I feigned a birthday just passed away. She claimed hers was last month to my dismay. Okay, yeah, so this is actually really interesting because in Paper Bride 5, she's met with a lot of illusions, right? She's met with a lot of illusions. And one of the things she does to trick her friend's illusion is to say, hey, your birthday was yesterday. And then she knew it was like fake or something. I forget. It was something like that. She was able to like talk about the birthday and find out that her friend was a fake puppet, which is interesting. I pressed once more the days not align. Her skin peeled back, revealing fiendish design. Alone I wander through shadows and gloom, finding the shrine of Bodhisattva's tomb. Bodhisattva is the god of death from Zangling village. Should I smash the idol, break evil's hold? Suddenly bells ring and Xiaoping's voice cold. All here is illusion, all faces are lies. Trust not the mask that before you lies. Okay, I mean, that's not really what happened because she broke through it on her own. But yeah, she was like, Game 5 is all about illusions, really. Spoken, what did Liang Xiaoping mean by those words? Xun Yongfeng, restless spirits return, fate's thread entwined. Old songs recalled courage in mind. Though fear may seize, I defend my dear. Before the grave's ghost, I show no fear. Yeah, okay, so Xun Yongfeng, it's pretty interesting. He has a learning disability. And for over 20 years of his life, he was kind of just like a nothing person. He just kind of didn't really exist. Like he just only really ate and slept and did like basic human things. He didn't really ever talk. But then it was theorized by, I believe, one of the first game's protagonists, Mochi, not Molly, that his spirit came into his body late, or I think it was maybe Granny Tang or Tong, that his spirit came into his body late, like for the reincarnation. So when he met with Tao Mengyan, she heard him out the window singing because he was like a play guy. Liang Xiaoping was a guy to play. Blah, blah, blah. All that stuff happened. He's basically a coward, right? He's basically a coward since he's still very like new to everything. So he's kind of a coward, but he really cares about Tao Mengyan and defends her in the end. Also injuring himself in the process, but like he literally comes to her rescue, which was really cool. Offstage, Xiaotsui, which is the nickname that he has for Tao Mengyan. Are you unharmed? Yuan Feng, I am unharmed. How are you and Ziyi? Enter Xun Yongfeng. I am safe as well. I am Xun Yongfeng. My fate joined with Xiaotsui's through opera. Once again, that's Tao Mengyan. That day, as I sang, she came, tears in her eyes, claiming to be my lover reborn. When we recall the past, she blushes, and my heart stirs. I see her face even in dreams. Not her alone. My dreams bring forth senses of tombs, altars, and blades, ever haunting my mind. Yeah, he also has nightmares. Both of these two are like troubled by their past lives' nightmares. Zongzi offstage. As expected, Miss Tao shall surely escape peril. Enter Zongzi. How long is this? Oh my goodness. Sheesh. I am Zongzi, companion to Tao Mengyan. Xun Yongfeng is a family friend, smitten with Lady Tao ever since opera brought them together. Recently, he obtained 2 opera tickets and invited Mengyan. Knowing she would not refuse, yet uneasy, I joined them. Yet his courtship is stiff and old-fashioned. He insists on calling her Xiaotsui, though it is but an alias. Okay. The alias is because after Tao Mengyan escaped Zangling village, she basically sold the entire village and escaped. She's kind of a local legend, kind of famous. She got interviewed a lot, but she used a fake name inside interviews because she just wanted to continue being an ordinary girl. So that's why. That's that alias. Zongzi says, look, something is hidden here. A shadow slipped beneath the stage. There must be a secret passage. Okay. Xun Yongfeng says, a hidden tunnel, as I thought. Narrow and dark, we must crawl. I shall go first. Tao Mengyan says, let us go together. I will follow. Ziyi, can you walk? And she says, off stage, I have my staff to aid me. And he says, so narrow and dim, Ziyi, Yuanfeng, are they all, or alas, they are gone. Yes, that's what happens in chapter 4, is Tao Mengyan sees a lot of illusions and her friends kind of disappear, which is pretty sad. Okay. I wonder if that means like as the skin. That's interesting. So I guess that's her scripted story. I guess I have to read Xiaoqi's. I don't know if I want to read his, though. I think I might skip reading his until I play Paper Bride 6. But first, Modi. This is going to be crazy. Volume 1, Forsake Me Not. Okay, enter Modi walking in. Poem. I cross the shadowed lands where spirits lie. Twin curses rise and mock the pure and sly. Speak not of hate that festers in my soul. How could I clasp my foe and make him whole? Spoken, my name is Nie Mori, born on Ying year, month, and day in Zangling village, a forsaken child left at city god's temple. By right, I should have perished in the swaddle, yet my spirit rebels. Why must fate choose only me for death? Why alone am I condemned to hide in darkness? Song. Twin sisters born in the Nia estate. The high priest foresaw a cruel fate. If twins are raised beneath one roof, the bodhisattva's wrath is proof. Nay, father and mother torn by fate, the child's long illness would not abate. To the city temple, the elder left behind, the younger's illness vanished that night. Okay. So yeah, this is basically what happened. Bodhisattva, the god of death, they assumed there was like a whole stuff going on if they didn't make sacrifices. The Nie family, the mother and father, decided to sacrifice Nie Mori because she was the older child. Otherwise, you know, Bodhisattva would kill them both, I'm pretty sure. So they had to sacrifice one. And the thing is, she was actually saved. Yep, we'll see this here. They bury regret, shame, and fear, a deep well within her name carved clear. They also never told Mochi about this, by the way. Her sister, they never told Mochi about Mori because they were too young. Night deepens, dew chills in the cold stone stair. Granny returns with a babe in her care. Yeah, okay, so Granny Tong saved her. She figured out that they abandoned a child in the temple, and she saved her because Granny Tong used to be pretty evil, and she did some pretty bad stuff. But to make up for it, she's like, oh, if I'm already going to die anyway, let me save this cursed child. That way she can live her life, and we can both be cursed together or something. But then we see Mochi at the knees of parents adored, Mori in the forest from people ignored. For 20 years like stars apart, one in the abyss, one in a gilded heart. Granny led sister to the city bazaar. At school she learned to uncover the scar. Now the mists of doubt begin to clear. 1,000-foot wave of guilt draws near. Since kin and stranger both betrayed me so, let yin and yang be overthrown below. If spirits may ascend to the divine gate, why must I bow to mortal fate? Early I learned the wolf's design. Each step I plotted, each move was mine. Better to fight in a tiger's den than be a lamb for the slaughter again. I wove a chain of plots within and swapped my sister's face and skin. If Mochi's soul must scatter and flee, let this ordeal birth immortality. Again I heard Zangling's shrines behind. In the paper temple the red maidens they find. With blood and wine for heirs they pray, resigned. It is said the Shen family, 20 years ago, gained a son, and called it a fortune's flow, but I alone sense what darkness lay below. Okay, so this is all of her backstory in Paper Bride 1, where she tries to take her sister's spot in marriage to Ning Zifu, the game's protagonist, because it was her birthright to marry him, not Mochi, but obviously the only people who knew about Mori's existence were Granny and Mochi's parents, which they did not ever tell Mochi about her. And they actually don't even like appear in the story. I'm pretty sure they like die or something. I don't know. It's not really clear, honestly. So basically, Mori actually set up a backup plan as well in Paper Bride 3. We actually figured this out, where if she wasn't able to succeed in her task with Paper Bride 1, she was able to bribe the Zangling village people by telling them that they'll get Tao Mangyong back, which is the Paper Bride they've been looking for. Another whole plot. But they let her pray to the Red Maiden and basically take on her powers. And the Red Maiden is very closely linked to the Bodhisattva god of death, which means that she gets the powers of that. So that's pretty cool. Enter Granny Tong. Mori, what do you seek? Nie Mori says, Master Shen misplaced several tomes. I aid him in his search. Okay, so Master Shen is the Taoist from the first game. There is this fake Taoist from the first game that you think in Chapter 3 helps you. Turns out he's evil and used to be allies with Granny Tang. Granny Tang and this Master Shen person were evil, I think. Unless this might be a different guy. But anyway, there's a Taoist, whatever. He's evil. He worked with Granny. Granny separated from the evil. And then when Mori wanted to learn more evil stuff, she went to that Taoist. And that's basically it. Okay, so never mind. Master Shen is actually a different character. Master Shen is the third character's grandpa, the third protagonist's grandpa, Shen Moqing. And he's the grandpa, and he sucks. He's horrible. He's a horrible person. And he says, this girl's birth chart and physiognomy are cursed. She brings calamity to my grandson. Fortunately, the ancient text recorded rights to ward off such doom. Mori, offer my thanks to Madame Tong. She has truly received Moqing from peril. Our families are kin by blood. Such aid is but my duty. I beseech you, great uncle, Recount me the old tale of the Red Maiden. Okay, so yeah, she figured out the Red Maiden's tale by this Master Shen guy, which is the grandson, or again, Mo Qing, like I said, that's the third game as protagonist. So yeah, I guess they're also like blood related, which is kind of creepy as well. So that is Mo Qi's story. I'm not gonna read Xiao Qi's story, but I guess what does the shadow puppet is really the trapped soul. I guess if this is referring to Tao Ming Yan, this pretty much did just talk about Tao Ming Yan, but I guess we can scan through Xiao Qi's story here. Okay. Oh wow. Oh, the granny comes back and wait, what? No way the granny comes back in Paper Bride 6. That's crazy. I'm just gonna say yes. Spoken. From childhood to adulthood, nightmares have bound me each night. Trapped in Zangling village, I wore a paper gown tied to the altar awaiting sacrifice. Wait, that was wrong? I'm confused. What exactly is this? Be sure both the shadow puppet and the lines are correct. Can you be sure? Okay. Yeah, this is still Tao Ming Yan. Success! Yay! Okay, interesting. Practicing these lines is more vexing than correcting an actor's routines. I think it's because it said silver bullet or something instead of silver spear. I think it's like very specific things you have to watch out for, not just the one thing. Miss Tao, is there any other scene you wish to rehearse? Miss Tao, why have you fallen silent? Could it be that the spirit within the shadow puppet has followed the music from the box and drifted back to the mortal realm? Oh my gosh. Oh, wait. I think this is... Oh, this is so cool. Okay, so the little music box turning, this actually happens in Paper Bride 5. And I think this song actually is from... Okay, so this is really cool actually. These songs, they have a special song that plays in the credits of each game. I think ever since starting from the, I want to say third game. I don't think the first and second game had a special song. Well, actually I think the second game did now I think about it. And I guess this one is called Reincarnation, which is cool. This is really cool. I wonder how long it lasts. Can I interact with the Tao Ming Yang? Oh, oops. I think this is the... Yeah, I'm pretty sure this song is from Paper Bride 5's credits. I'm pretty sure. Just now, the play finished its first act, and the voice of the puppet maiden faded away. Instead, the young man clad in black took up the thread and began to speak. I thought it was the odd trick of the maiden borrowing the puppet's form to live again, but it turned out to be another poor soul ensnared by fate. This young master can scarcely recall his own name, clinging to a shred of humanity, yet muttering in delirium about breaking a curse from some childhood sweetheart. Ah, okay, I see. Elder, I know who I am. My name is Xiao Qi. Don't mind my theatrical embellishments, young man. Such is the custom in our trade. No need to take it to heart. I have just helped Miss Tao escape her plight, and I have grown familiar with these routines. Set your mind at ease and leave this to me. See the 6th volume of the script clearly. Depicts your likeness and records your lines. You too must tread the stage and let story play out as written. I suppose there is nothing else to be done. Let's give it a try. Okay. Interesting, very interesting. Crafting puppets. Interactive sharing. Huh? I've collected 4 Tao Ming Yan puppets. Huh? What? This is weird. Okay. I guess you can dress them up? Huh. Okay. I mean, this is kind of cool. Let's see. Yeah, this is good. Oh, I just killed it. Never mind. I guess we have a little shrine back here. That's fine. We got this. This is kind of funny because, like, you would see these little puppets being used in some of the other games, I guess I should say. Okay. Yeah, this is kind of neat. I like this. I mean, my thing, it looks like trash, but dang, they have a lot of... Sheesh! Oh my gosh, this is all stuff from the game. Okay. Yeah, let's do this. We can share this. There we go. And we got a Tao Ming-yang portrait. How cool, how very cool. And yeah, that is definitely her from the games in the Paper Bride art style. Pretty cool, honestly, pretty cool. Hide tick marks. Oh, I see, if you want to take a picture of this. Okay, that's really cool, actually, huh. That is really, really cool. Okay, so now we have Tao Ming-yan. Switching puppets will remove the current one and reset actions, okay. Well, I only have Tao Ming-yan as my puppet right now. So I guess we'll have to get Mori and Xiaoqi puppets later. Yeah, hopefully spend one to unlock the minigame each day. Okay, so you can only unlock one minigame each day. And it looks like there'll be 6 total ones, so that'll be interesting. Hopefully I didn't miss out on any Xiaoqi lore if they change the book each day. But regardless, I guess we'll have to do another coin tomorrow. Hopefully after I've played Paper Bride 6. Alrighty, let's see what's up with day 2. We got Xiaoqi here. I actually did play Paper Bride 6, so that's awesome. Let's see where we got a point. He's pointing to the right, so we'll choose the right. And we get our fragments here for the day. Very nice, very nice. Okay, I think we just go straight into behind the curtain here. Let's see. In the upper world, I seek release, a puppet bound, I yearn for peace. Turn back, traveler, do not stay, leave me be, flee while you may. Okay, this is interesting. So, I finally figured out what was up with Xiaoqi. So Xiaoqi is actually perfect on Novice because he actually has multiple personalities, and without spoiling it too much, he actually has 3 total personalities. He has like his main personality, then he has the personality of a little boy and a personality of a little girl, or that convinced herself that she was somebody else, which is really weird. It's super, super deep, but really, really interesting for the lore. So let's take a look at Xiaoqi's, I guess, little lore here. Let's see. Volume 6, Nightmare. Enter Xiaoqi standing before a mirror. Poem. In the netherworld, I seek release, a puppet bound, I yearn for peace. Turn back, traveler, do not stay, leave me be, flee while you may. Okay, so that was just said, that should be true then. Of late, my forgetfulness has worsened. I often know not what I have done, much like the split minds of my childhood. Yeah, so he also had a pretty traumatic past, I will say. Since youth, a curse upon me lay, at times the spirit sees my day. With bitter herbs and potions deep, I wrest control, my soul to keep. My father, bound by ancient creed, restored the spirit tower for souls in need. Dreamt of rebirth, immortal breath, yet dying cared for naught but death. His final words, is the tower whole? No thought for his grieving son's soul. Okay. Yeah, so Xiaoqi comes from the Xiao family, which basically they were tasked with completing the Bodhisattva Pavilion or something like that. Or something like that. And they have to repair this thing because apparently their ancestor was a brilliant craftsman, right? And to be able to allow all these people to pass on into the realm of the Bodhisattva of death, which is just the god of death, they have to complete this, right? And so, yeah, let's just say that Xiaoqi's father was a horrible, horrible, disgusting person. You actually get to see him in the game, and he's awful. And Xiaoqi actually gets to speak with him in this, like, interesting realm that's, like, in between life and death. And he doesn't even acknowledge his presence. All he cares about, he's just like, God of death, give me immortality! God of death, give me immortality! I love you, God of death, please give me immortality! It's, like, actually pretty sad. Let's see here. Spoken, though I was raised in a twisted home, I held steadfast to my light and grew to serve as a doctor at Fulu City, 13th Hospital. Patients and nurses alike find me agreeable. In public, my caring is but a mask, for in truth, my heart belongs only to myself and she. Not long after, the hidden self returned, once more. Okay, so Shi Yue Yao is, I don't know actually how they're related. At one point in the story, it says they're siblings. At one point, it says they're not siblings. But the thing is, like, there's a lot of different, like, stuff that happens with his multiple personalities, so it's, like, really weird. It's unsure. There's also, like, implied romance. It's, like, it's unsure what the relationship between them is, but quite literally, all Xiaoqi cares about is himself and her. So, that is interesting. And Shi Yue Yao has a whole other personality to her. Not, like, multiple personalities, but she's quite a personable character. Their interactions are really fun. Because they kind of make fun of each other, but they're obviously really close and they really care about each other. So, I don't know. It's pretty fun. Let's see here. So she's saying, Xiao, and he's like, she? Are you of flesh and blood, or but a ghost? If I were a wandering soul, how could you see me? You, lacking the clairvoyant eyes, cannot see between worlds as I do. Yeah, she also has special eyes, which no other Paper Bride character has. She can quite literally just, like, see ghosts. And I think she was diagnosed with schizophrenia, but it's not actually schizophrenia. And also, I think, Xiao-Chi was also diagnosed with dissociative identity disorder. Doesn't actually have, well, it's implied that he doesn't actually have it, but somebody in my chat said that he actually did, and it was a mistranslation, so I'm not actually sure. But it turns out that 2 of his personalities are actually, like, ghosts that possessed him. And then for Shi Yao, she just has this ability to see ghosts, which, like, people thought was schizophrenia, but it's actually just quite literally an ability, a canon ability in Paper Bride, because she can just see ghosts that are haunting around. I guess it's interesting to explain. It's kind of weird. Let's see. Should you doubt my presence as mere illusion, you may test it now with the sting of my palm. And he's like, you are truly she. In our childhood, she and I were close friends. We often played hide and seek. Once I hid myself among the tombs behind the hill, while she lingered in the front, hesitant to enter. Perhaps from fear, or perhaps because her clairvoyant eyes glimpsed wandering spirits within. She dared not step inside. Yep, this is all from the game. Ashamed and frustrated, she wept in anger. Seeing her distress, I emerged and tied a red ribbon in her hair, saying, with this, your ears are as a rabbit's. May it make you taller. Only then did her tears subside. Yeah, it's pretty funny because she's actually pretty short. I jested. This ribbon was found atop an old grave, battered by wind and rain through countless years. Upon this, she grew furious and struck me with a heavy slap. Yeah, so if you look at, like, the art from the game, you can actually see that she has, like, the little ribbon all the time, because he gave it to her. Except he found it in the graveyard that he was hiding in. It's kind of interesting. So it is. You have earned yourself a gift. Enough jesting. After your disappearance, the newspapers declared you dead. How could I not know? Though I wrote to clarify, the papers refused to publish my words. When I spoke out, all accused me of impersonating the dead, and not a single person believed. Yeah, so both of these, they're actually both doctors at this Hospital 13, which is pretty funny. They're both doctors, but because of, like, these spirits and, like, abilities that they have, where, like, she had schizophrenia, he had DID, they both became patients and cannot practice medicine anymore. And what happened in the story was his second personality took over. Xiao-Chi's second personality, the personality of the ghost boy, took over and kind of went crazy and killed a bunch of people in the hospital. And as for Shi Yao, I think she has a whole other story that I haven't seen yet in a game called Madhouse 13, which is just about Hospital 13. I haven't really seen it too much, but basically, she was declared dead, and she wasn't. And quite literally, when she tried to tell, like, the press and the police about it, they were like, no, we're not interested, because it's implied that they think the story about the dead girl is more interesting. So it's like, she's alive, but everybody thinks she's dead. It's weird. Now let's see here. An asylum is only worth gossip if one dies or goes mad. If I were still alive, would it not spoil their amusement? Yeah, that's quite literally what I just said. The world delights in scandal and stench, all for fleeting attention. And as for your affliction, you only played at being a child. But now you claim to be me? I do not know. I only know my old illness has returned. When the third soul was born, I cannot recall. My memory is broken. I cannot tell what I have done. Yeah, it's crazy, dude. The plot twists in this game are crazy. He has a third personality that thinks, that the third personality, which is a little girl, thinks that she is Shi Yao, which is crazy. Like, it's really confusing when you play it, but, like, when you play the game, it's like, oh my gosh, this is so cool. I heard rumors of hauntings in the asylum and suspected it was you. As expected, your every word and gesture mimics mine, to a sickening degree. Each time I find you, you flee like a startled ghost. What do you take me for? I take you for a wooden puppet. I do not know what this image means. A wooden puppet? How tiresome. Never mind, I am no longer fit to practice medicine, and dare not make rash judgments. We must leave this place at once. Okay, this is really interesting, because this is quite literally, almost word for word, what a dialogue is spoken between them in chapter 3. Like, that's kind of crazy. That is almost word for word. Now let's see here. Xiao-Chi says, this place is a labyrinth. Something unseen bars our escape. Now let's see here. Xiao Ancestral Home, Xiao-Chi, and Shi Yao pace to and fro. This place is a labyrinth. Something unseen bars our escape. Do you recall the bells of Zangling village? Or the bewitchment of the Nether Lily? Such objects may be hidden here. Who knows when we might fall victim again? Let us seek out Granny Tong. Such uncanny matters are her domain. Oh my gosh. Enter Granny Tong walking in with her staff. So that's actually slightly incorrect. The Granny's actually in a wheelchair in the 6th game. And, you know, she appeared in the 1st game. She appeared in the 3rd game. And I want to say maybe one more time. I kind of forget. Very important character, Paper Bride. She's in multiple of them. Usually a pretty helpful force outside of the 1st game. She's like evil, then is good. I talked about it in my other video. But in this one, she's actually in a wheelchair and has Alzheimer's. So she's kind of, you know, she's aging. She's not really in the best of conditions. And it's really sad because she's there waiting for Mori to return, even though Mori is like in the ghost world. So she's waiting for somebody who will never return and kind of forgot about all the evil things that Mori did, which is, it's really sad, honestly. It's really sad. Anyway, Zangling village is rife with evil spirits, yet they gather in damp, shadowed corners. It is not yet midnight. The village road should be clear. If mischief is afoot, it must be within the house. We must search inside. Thank you, Granny, for your guidance. We shall investigate at once. One more thing. Of late, my mind is often clouded. I forget my own actions. What malady is this? Granny, can you ward it off? It seems like the affliction of the aged and forgetful. If you are ill, seek a doctor and take medicine. What sense is there in asking a medium? He's a patient at my asylum, given to wild speech. Do not take offense, Granny. Yeah, it's kind of funny because they're both patients in the same hospital, so they're kind of just making fun of each other here. Exit Granny Tong. It feels as if fate binds us here. Unless we break this spell, we cannot escape. Should my illness return, disaster may follow. You must find a way out for she's sake. A hidden chamber lies beneath the place where we fell. Your house is truly peculiar, with traps and secret doors for amusement? As a child, my father often brought me here to worship the Bodhisattva of death, the god of death, forcing me to recite strange, ancient sutras. I would recite them wrong on purpose and was often beaten for it. There used to be a secret door here, but it seems someone has removed it. Your father was fearsome indeed. Let us search the corners for any hidden mechanisms. Okay, this is quite interesting. This is all chapter 3 of Paper Bride. Paper Bride are always, every single year is broken up into 5 chapters. This is all chapter 3, which in my opinion is probably the second best chapter of Paper Bride 6. Okay, so that is that. Don't tell me these have changed, right? I don't think this has changed. I was curious if these were all like different dialogues. Oh wait. Oh, they have story background now for Tao Mingyan. Oh, because we collected her puppet. Oh, we should read through this too as well. Let's see here. Okay. Name Tao Mingyan, date of birth April 15th, birthplace Zangling village. Relations Xu Xiaohong, past life. Liang Xiaoping, which is Xu Xiaohong's lover, Xiao Jinggang. Zong Ziyi, which is a close friend of hers. Xun Yuanfeng, which is Liao Xiaoping's reincarnation. And Nia Mochi, which is a childhood companion, which is the person that you save in the first game and also Mori's sister that she tried to take the place of and kill somewhat. Let's see here. Her hair is tied high, reaching her shoulders. She wears a short skirt over a white underlayer, draped in a brown jacket adorned with 3 knotted fastenings at the side. Its hood slightly flattened, black boots without ornamentation, and her long socks reach just below the knee. I see. Okay. Volume 5 Reincarnation, Xun Yuanfeng, the vessel of Liang Xiaoping's spirit, invited Tao Mingyan, the reincarnation of Zhu Xiaohong, to view the opera butterfly lovers. Their mutual friend, Zong Ziyi, accompanied them. As the 3 took their seats, a strange scent drifted through the air, clouding their senses and casting them into the nightmare of Fu Sheng, descendant of Tu Lu Laoxi. With this illusion, Mingyan was seized by sinister puppets, while Yuan Feng became ensnared by the lingering demons of his beheaded past life. The culprit, Tu Fu Sheng, seeking to break his family's curse, devised a wicked ritual to offer Tao as a paper bride, defying the threads of fate. Yet, through wit and resolve, Xun, Tao, and Zong unraveled the plot and escaped their bonds, only to be beset by a swarm of puppets. In the hour of peril, Yuan Feng donned the opera robe and took up the blade, but the blade wounded him, sundering his soul from his flesh. Yeah, so he basically became a ghost, I guess, it's implied. As Tu sorcery backfired and his life waned, he revealed the secret to saving Yuan Feng. At last, Tao Mingyan journeyed to the shadowed realm to reclaim Yuan Feng's soul, while Zong Ziyi kept vigil over his soulless body awaiting rescue. Okay, this is actually not set in the game, which is interesting. At the end of the game, the end of the 5th game, it literally just ends with this. And then, I guess it's somewhat implied, I guess, in Paper Bride 5's ending? Paper Bride 5, I think Paper Bride 5's, no. Paper Bride 6's? I think Paper Bride's, yeah, no, Paper Bride's 5's, what is it? Paper Bride 5's post-credit scene, I think it's implied, actually. But it isn't actually said outright, so that's interesting. Thus, do love and vengeance cycle through endless rebirth? What fate awaits them? Let the tale unfold in the next volume. Okay, so this is quite literally all about Paper Bride 5. This has nothing to do with Paper Bride 2. This is only 5, which is interesting. So I guess that's all the Tao Ming-Yan lore stuff. So I'm going to say, I guess this is true, probably? I guess that was wrong. Of late, my forgetfulness has worsened. I often know not what I have just done, much like the split minds of my forebears. Okay, no. I guess that was right. Without herbs and potions deep, I lost control. My soul could not keep. Honestly, I have no idea how to tell what's going on here. I'm just going to say no again. My father, bound by ancient creed, restored the spirit tower for souls in need. Okay, yes. I don't really know what this means. Okay. As the saying goes, to save a life is a greater deed than building a 7-tiered pagoda. In these days, I have rescued 2 souls. Surely that is enough to earn myself a towering pagoda of my own, eh? Ha-ha! Elder, will this truly work? Why am I still trapped in this shadow puppet? Huh? Why does the puppet still cling to you? By rights, once the scene is done, you ought to follow the music and return to your true form. Could it be this play merely sketches the way home? And only by singing your entire tale, your joys and sorrows, your pasts and passions, can break you free? I do not know. Yet, since we have played the first act, what harm is there in performing the next? Very well. Return to the box to rest and gather your spirit. I shall review the script and smooth the words. Once the path is clear, you shall pass through in a single turn. Oh, and there's Modi. Zhuangzi once dreamed he became a butterfly, yet knew if not he, Zhuangzi dreamt of being a butterfly, or if the butterfly dreamed it was Zhuangzi. Elder, it is only when the play ends that we may depart, or is it your wish that the shadow puppet tells the whole story before leaving? Who's that? That voice does not sound like the girl from before. Yeah, it's Modi. Okay, let's see. Ah, okay. I know what this is. This is the credits theme from Paper Bride 6. I see. That's cool. Yeah, Paper Bride 6's credits, it's beautiful. It's absolutely beautiful. So, something that's interesting is Paper Bride 1 has a really fast credits, right? It's the first game. I don't think they fully knew what they were doing yet, and what direction they wanted to take the story. I mean, I think they did, because like they had a lot of stuff set up for future games. But I guess like I should just say the production value in general increased, and I don't think they had a special song for the first game's ending. It was also very fast. But ever since the second game, they've had like a lot more advanced credits, which is really nice. Like more like higher production credits. But they were always usually just like a black screen and some images flashing, which was, you know, it's pretty typical credits. But this Paper Bride 6's credit scene, oh my gosh, it's beautiful, bro. Without like giving too many spoilers, it's basically it is basically one of the characters looking out over Zangling village, and seasons go by. And it's so beautiful because compared to other credits, it's not like black screen, just image flashing. You're literally just watching the seasons pass this character by as they age and age and age. All the seasons go by and by and by. It's beautiful, bro. It's absolutely beautiful. Honestly, it is absolutely beautiful. The maiden garbed in red and green. Was that you responding? The riddle in your words twists my old mind in knots. You left your home, bewitched by the stage, and lost your way in the miasma woods. You took out your saddle puppets, both for courage and to pass the time. Wearied, you slept, and upon waking, beheld Zangling village, where the shadow puppets could speak and sing. Am I not right? It seems that is how it was. Such experience defies reason. How can you be sure you are not dreaming? Miss, tell me, are you toying with us, seeking to borrow the living soul's return? If this were truly a dream, would a character within it strive so hard to rouse the dreamer? You are ever pondering strange tales, and what you dwell upon by day haunts your dreams by night. You warn yourself not to sleep too deeply in the woods, and so your mind conjures a voice to wake you. The deeper you dream, the greater the peril. Cross this temple and you shall awaken. Why linger in the shadows? I see now. You wish to hinder my efforts. But do not fret, nor shall I. Having aided the first two spirits, why should I fear delay? Your story is in the book as well. Once I've mastered your lines, we shall speak again. Wow. Mori is quite literally trying to hinder. That is funny. That is funny, bro. That is funny. Okay, so now... Okay, so I'm guessing the 4 puppets that we can have might be Nia Mori 2 times. One with her... what is it? One with her veil on and then one without, I'm guessing? I don't know. Okay. Yeah, let's go with... How do I get you on there? Go. Oh, right. Here we go. Oh, wow. You know, it's kind of funny. I think I saw somebody make a really funny pose for him earlier. I think it was like a... I don't know if I can re-replicate it, but it was so funny, dude. Yeah, I can't replicate it, but it was basically him throwing a chair. Oh, that's funny, dude. That's funny. Okay, so let's share this here, and that will get us the portrait for Xiao-Qi, bro. There we go. And that is actually, oh my gosh, that's taken right from the game, the background. Yeah, this is the background of the Temple of Bodhisattva. There's like, you can see like the little bridge and the little thing there and the water underneath. That is quite literally taken from the ending of chapter 2 from Paper Bride 6. Dang, dude. They really went crazy with these. Oh my gosh, with the details. They really went crazy with these details. Anyway, I think we'll wait till tomorrow to get the next part of the lore here. Okay, it's time for day 4. Let's see what's up here. We got the check-in. Mori is telling us to go to the left. Let's go to the left, and we get Mori. Okay, wow. Mori leading us to herself, it seems. We got some makeup check-ins, but we don't talk about that. Oh boy. Okay. So this is, what day is this? This is day 3, I think, right? Yeah, let's see here. Day 3. Oh, my name is Nia Mori, born on the Yin year, month, and day in Zangling village. A forsaken child left at City God's temple. By right, I should have perished in the swaddle, yet my spirit rebels. Why must my fate choose only me for death? Why alone am I condemned to hide in darkness? Okay, I think this is a no. How? Twin sisters born in the Nia estate, the high priest foresaw a cruel fate. No. How is that wrong? If the twins are raised beneath one roof, the manor's hunter wrath is proof. Sure? What the? Oh. Dang, that's what happens if you... I don't understand how these work, by the way. Like, she's quite literally doing, like... She's just walking around. How is this anything like the sentence? She's quite literally just walking and is mad? Yes? What? I don't understand. Yes? Okay. I literally do not... This makes no sense to me. And I've played Paper Bride. Makes no sense. Anyways, child, if the script speaks true, then you have suffered much. Steeped in bitter drought since youth. Yet the schemes you weave between the lines. It is like hanging wedding ribbons in the hall of Yama. Each step more perilous than the last. Do not walk the path of error again. If you wish, pour your sorrows out to me. It is not better than wandering, or is it not better than wandering the night alone? Enough. What matter if I am good or evil to you? Why meddle in the affairs of the dead? Huh. If you were but a figment of my dream, would you reveal your true nature with such vehemence? Your anger betrays you, proving what I see is no idle fancy. If it is not delusion, how can it be a mere dream? I don't know what they're talking about, bro. You. Also, why is Wandering Scribe getting Mori angry? Bro, I'm telling you, Mori always wins. Okay, she doesn't always win, but she always comes back. That's the thing. Like, Mori is like... I don't know, bro. I feel like they're kind of nerfing Mori in this. I'm not even gonna lie. Paper Bride, she's like OP, bro. I suspect you wish to trick me into leaving, so you may torment those 2 honest souls as you please. This is true. Miss, heed my advice. Harbor not thoughts of harm. For now, stay within the puppet box. Once I have guided the lost one home, I shall return and speak with you again. Dang, okay, so we don't even get to... Oh. Ah, okay, so she actually does get to turn it a little bit. Okay. I forget. Was this Paper Bride 4 or Paper Bride 5's ending? I don't think it's 2's. I don't remember if it's the... I honestly don't remember. It's been like a week. So I don't remember. But I do recognize this song. This is definitely from one of the Paper Bride credits. It's cool that they put in all the Paper Bride credits themes. That's actually really, really cool. Except for the first one, but the first one doesn't really have a special credits theme. I wonder if they put in 7 or 8. That would be interesting, because 7 or 8 haven't been translated yet. 8 actually just came out, by the way. I don't know if I mentioned that in this specific video before, but Paper Bride 8 actually just came out, which is pretty cool. Let's see here. Oh, it's Tao Mengyan, the goat! Elder, at last, I can speak again. Is this not young Miss Tao? You should have returned to the living, yet remained trapped in this puppet? I do not know. After the last scene, my mind cleared, and I was about to tell you I had found the way back. I thought if I had finished the play, I could return. But then, some force pressed upon me, sealing my voice. If that is the cause, the grudges among the puppets are clear, and I know someone bears ill intentions. I cannot leave just yet. Miss Tao, continue your play, and when it is done, I shall await your return. No one shall bar your path. Thank you, Elder. Should I be putting on like a granny voice? I don't even know. Okay, let's do some crafting. This time with probably... Oh, we have... Oh. Okay, let's do this Niamori today. Actually, wait, we should probably do this Niamori so that we share the portrait and get this specific one. Okay, let's see. How can we make her look dumb? Yep, there we go. How do I oh, what? That's just her hand specifically. Dang, you can like move her hand. That's woo 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 woo. This is stupid. Here you have a bell. Oh, that's a pretty big bell. Let's have a here, hold this bell. And yeah, just making her look stupid. Where's the chair? Yeah, here, have a chair. Have it hold the chair, please. This is so stupid, bro. This doesn't even make any sense. I just wanted to make her look as dumb as possible because she's kind of mean, but it's funny. Anyway, Niamori, whoa! Okay, I think that's all the portraits that we can get, to my knowledge, but there we go. We got the Niamori portrait, and now we just gotta wait for a few more check-ins, 3 more. Okay, now it's time for day 4 of the Paper Bride crossover. However, we have to accept this here as well. There's a little Paper Bride portrait frame that you can get by entering in a little code on a website. I think I'll put up the tweet now. Somebody did it for me, which is pretty cool of them. But yeah, it's really cool that we can get this little Paper Bride portrait frame to match all the little portraits that we've been getting in the event. So let's claim it here real quick. And now we can go take a look at day 4 of the actual Paper Bride event here. Here we are. Let's see. Tao Mengyang the goat has returned. Let's see here. She wants us to go to the right, so we'll go to the right, and we will get Tao Mengyang graffiti. Yippee! How lovely. How very lovely. All right. Let's go here and see what we have for today. Tu Fu Sheng claims to know all my weaknesses. Behind crimson curtains, I am cast into the underworld, where my nightmares replay endlessly. Okay, yeah, I couldn't really tell if that's what was going on with the shadow puppet, honestly. I certainly get this. That is quite literally what happens, though, so I'm gonna say, yeah? No, that's wrong, apparently. From childhood to adulthood, nightmares have bound me each night, trapped in Ghost Village. I wore a paper gown, tied to the altar, awaiting sacrifice. Okay, she looked pretty sad here, so I'm just gonna say yes. Success! I don't know why, though, but yay! Miss Tao, your fate in the script. I know I am not Zhu Xiaohong, nor shall I become the Paper Bride. The past is behind me. You need not pity me. Besides, I am no longer alone. I have friends by my side. Yeah, Zong Ziyi and Shun Yuan Fang, my goats. Well, they're not really my goats. Only Tao Mengyang is my goat, but you know, it's fine. Ha ha ha, well said, young lady. Life is like a cartwheel, ever rolling forward. Face forward and let the stones beneath the ruts be buried and unseen. Clever girl. Ah, I feel myself slipping free of this puppet. It seems I shall soon return. Elder, thank you for your help. Farewell. Good. May you and Shun journey safely ahead. Okay, that's nice. So I guess Tao Mengyang goes free. And reincarnation. Okay, this is the same one from earlier, yep. There we go. Yeah, that's the one, bro. That's the one. Go, goat, go! Play that beautiful song. Oh man, Paper Bride music is so good, I swear. Miss Tao's puppet has cooled for the period of 3 sticks of incense. Yet there is neither sound nor stir. She must be truly freed. Young man, now it is your turn to take the stage. Elder, after you placed me in this puppet box, I suddenly could not speak. I know, there was some misunderstanding. The young are defiant. Their grudges and desires took over reason. And in gaining a little power, they seek to oppress others, especially innocents like the lots of you. Us? Who else? Whom have I quarreled with? Forget it for now. Young man, the script shows your bond with Miss Shi runs deep. Let me aid your return, so you may continue your fate together. Alright, so it looks like we'll be helping out Xiao-Qi next, and then finally it will be, it'll be Niamori, of course. Okay, so we cannot do the music just yet. For puppets, I don't think there's anything else to craft here because we already have, we already have all of them, but we might as well, I guess we might as well do one in just a second here. But what I also want to do, since we can pick one of these two here soon, their sale actually runs out today. So I'm going to be picking Tao Mengyan for my free character here, but I also want to pick up Xiao-Qi as well because, you know, I love Favorite Bride and I want to get all the characters. So let's click here and we'll be picking up Xiao-Qi here today as well. So we already saw this showroom, but let's not waste any time and grab Xiao-Qi, one of the best characters written in Paper Bride. Not the best in my opinion, but one of the best written in my opinion. After I played his game, he is a very, very interesting character, but not quite on the levels of Tao Mengyan the GOAT. But I'd say he's probably the 3rd most interesting character in the game series, which is why, you know, he's probably like one of the other representatives as well, because we had Tao Mengyan, Niamori, and Xiao-Qi, which I also think are the 3 best characters, or the 3 most interestingly written characters in the entire game so far, honestly. And that's not even to say that the other characters are badly written either. Like, almost every Paper Bride character is written absolutely amazingly. Like, I absolutely love the writing in Paper Bride. Absolutely love it. So there we go. We have Xiao-Qi now, and we have a couple more days of this event here. Okay, here we are on the 5th day. Let's see what's going on here. Xiao-Qi. Guess he's leading us off toward the right here. And we get ourselves the Xiao-Qi graffiti as well. Very nice here. And let's go for our little token, see what's going on with Xiao-Qi. In the netherworld, I seek release, a puppet bound, I yearn for peace. Turn back, traveler, do not stay. Leave me be, flee while you may. I feel like this is kind of similar. Anyway, I was doing this on an alt, and I actually discovered that there's a different jump scare that isn't just the Niamori one. So at some point, you actually have to say yes in this minigame, is what I've noticed. But if you keep saying no, you are guaranteed to never get it correct, right? You'll get it correct sometimes, but not like the success, right? So if I keep spamming no here, we should get a new jump scare. Let's see. Okay, well, there's the Niamori one. That's the Niamori jump scare. I'm trying to get the other one. Oh, there it is. Yep, a creepy puppet. I'm pretty sure those are the only 2 jump scares. I actually did this like 10 times and I could not find any other ones. I think that's the only one. Or only ones, I should say. Anyway, ring that bell, Xiao-Qi. And we should be able to, I think we say yes to this one, and that should be correct. Let's see. Yoink off the mask. And there we go. That is correctamundo. So it is to break Miss Shi's curse that you are trapped in that haunted place. You are a faithful soul. I did not misjudge you. Hurry now and seek the way to break the curse. Do not keep Miss Shi waiting. Thank you, Elder. The night is deep. Rest well. At dawn, we shall continue our journey. You are a thoughtful young man, but do not worry about me. I was crossing mountains and rivers before you were born. Ah, okay, so we're old. All right, Xiao-Qi, crank that soldier boy. All right, well, I'm making it a brief cut here because my audio actually cut out on my main account when I was recording day 5 and day 6, and they're just completely lost the time, unfortunately, so I have to re-record them on an alternate account. But yeah, we got this part done. Now let's see. Ah, yes. Child, the shadow is gone, and the sky grows pale. It is time for you to break free of your obsession. You have saved them, and know my heart bears ill intentions. Why help me? I do not see you as truly wicked, only as one wronged by fate, harboring resentment and grudge. Huh, spare me. Once you have seen the rest of the script, and know what I did to them, you will not think so kindly of me, nor wish to let me go. Let us see then. Ah, you stole the Red Maiden's power to exact your revenge, and sought to use Miss Wang's body to transcend. I am familiar with such acts. Come, let us finish the script. I will help you return. Why do you still... 3 drum beats sound, and the gong rings out. Alright, so it looks like we're moving on to day 6, even though I already recorded it, unfortunately, so I know what happens, but it is what it is. Okay, let's do day 6 here. We should have, oh, I guess we can pick one of these things here. Let's see. And normally Modi's supposed to, like, tell you a direction to go, but I guess it's, like, glitched out for me. She did it earlier. We'll pick the matchmaker, though. I picked the matchmaker on my main account as well. And let's do our last little thingy here, as she's pointing at some certain things. I actually did forget to do some of these as well. I kind of briefly looked through these two and their story backgrounds because we didn't get them unlocked. So we'll quickly kind of speed through Shao-Chi's here, while we'll probably get some jump scares due to the timer. But something that's interesting is that Xi Yao is listed as childhood sweetheart, which it doesn't actually officially say in the actual story what their relationship is. I just think that's a little bit interesting. But appearance, Shao-Chi has short hair swept back with a few loose strands falling over his brow. Beneath a white shirt and trench coat, he wears a name badge. His slacks and boots are simple and unadorned. He carries a high priest mask and a bell with 4 corners. And then, let's see, there live Shao-Chi and Xi Yao, heirs of the Xiao and Shi families of Zangling village. In their youth, a high priest performed a forbidden rite, binding twin spirits, brother and sister, within Shao-Chi to shield Yao from harm. Yeah, he like took, the sister was actually supposed to possess Xi Yao, but that didn't end up happening because he took all 3. I guess he had took 2 of them, 2 of the kid spirits inside him, and yeah, it's weird. It's a whole thing. Let's see here. We have a jump scare real quick. Hey, pal. But yeah, let's see here. From that day, Shao-Chi bore the curse of a divided soul. Years passed, and the two served together at Fulu City 13th Hospital. Yet misfortune struck. In striving to save Yue Yao, Shao-Chi fell into a trap and was imprisoned. The two returned to Zangling village, where Shao-Chi unwittingly summoned his father's restless ghost. Possessed by the spirit, Shao-Chi opened the nether gates, plunging into the otherworldly abyss across the netherworld. Yue Yao, seeking to rescue Shao-Chi, braved the depths of the netherworld. Although separated by realms, they called to each other with the Suona, gathering 6 tokens of hope to find a path home. In time, they learned the twin spirits were once impoverished siblings, sold to the high priest as children, and the spirit sister had mistaken Yue Yao for herself. United, they unlocked the gate of life, but as it closed, Shao-Chi's injured foot barred his escape. He chose to remain, sealing the curse of the Shi family. Yue Yao alone returned to the mortal world, left to await her beloved's return. Yeah, this is all what happens in the final chapter of Paper Bride 6. Alas, Shao-Chi and Yue Yao, childhood sweethearts and now parted by worlds unknown. As for the fate in that shadowed realm and the cycle of karma, let the next chapter reveal it all. Yeah, so in 7 or 8, maybe we'll see some more details on what happens to Shao-Chi and Xi Yao. But unfortunately, you know how I mentioned that there was somebody in the credits that, waited for a whole lifetime? Yeah, that was Xi Yao waiting for Shao-Chi to return, but he never did. It's not clear whether that actually happened or whether that was just a possible future, but it still was pretty sad to watch seasons go by and watch, Xi Yao get super, super old waiting for somebody who never returned. But as for Nia Moldy here, she's got some of the relations, even the false Taoist is in there. Dressed in wedding robes, the bridal veil is embroidered with the symbol for paper. The skirt bears the symbol for wedding. Blue and white hairpins crown her head, and the hem is patterned with azure waves. And then this is what happens in Paper Bride 3. In Moshui village dwelled Mo Qing of the Shen family, who is one of the protagonists of Paper Bride 3, who returned home with his beloved Wang Jiaotong, which is the other protagonist from Paper Bride 3. Yet the elders, blinded by old superstitions, branded Jiao Tong as an ill omen. Yeah, they were horrible to her. They even threw like dog blood on her. They were actually just evil to her. They were so mean. Though proud and headstrong, Jiao Tong shielded Mo Qing from the shadows. Mo Qing, timid by nature, found courage in the face of danger, uncovering the family's dark secrets. He learned that his ancestors, actually just his grandfather, longing for heirs, had forged a lover's oath, with the vengeful Red Maiden binding their descendants to misfortune. Moreover, Niamori schemed to exploit this pact, manipulating the elders to fulfill her own desires. Bound by a red cord, the red string of fate, actually, Jiao Tong's soul became entwined with Mori's. Mo Qing offers his life to save his beloved, but Jiao Tong, unwilling to let him perish, severed the cord herself, willingly falling into the realm of lost souls. Thus the curse was broken and their tragic bond dissolved. Alas, true lovers, shackled by ritual and tradition, innocent hearts, shattered to keep a vow. Where does her pure soul now wander? Can their love endure beyond the grave? What fate awaits them? Let the tale unfold on the next thing. Okay, sorry, Modi, I'm busy. I know you want to go free. I'm so sorry. But yeah, this is all that happened at the end of Paper Bride 3. And funnily enough, the Paper Bride 3 protagonists are actually like, they have so many post-credit scenes. I think they have like, in Paper Bride 4, 5, and 6, I think they all appear at the post-credits, which is pretty interesting, trying to like, you know, fix things. I don't know. It's kind of hard to explain without having to play the game. Let's just say, sure, this is Modi. Okay, that is not Modi. I'm trying to let you go free, Modi. Is this you? Tell me this is you. Yes? Oh my gosh, she's gonna get mad at me, bro. I can already feel it. I'm gonna say yes this last one, and if this isn't you, well, we're cooked. Okay, we're not cooked. Awesome. There we go. She's like, yo, took your time, huh? Child, let me speak plainly. Only after living so long have I realized each has their fate, each their way. Above every head burns a lamp, simmering like a slow-cooked broth. Haste only ruins the stew. Too much hatred or desire will only bring ruin, binding others and oneself alike. Do not think saving me gives you the right to lecture me. The young never heed the old. Only by wading through muddy waters themselves do they believe the road is hard. Yet, I understand. Without experience, there is no true understanding. As the saying goes, the rain on Mount Lu, the tides of Chantang River, before you see them, all is longing. Once seen, there is nothing more. The sky is brightening. Return now, child. The mist is lifting, and I, too, must continue my journey. Ah, now the play is truly at its end. I see. Chinatown, folk arts troupe inside the costume chamber. So now we get back to the Midza, yes sir. The author wrote that whether Zangling Village was real or an illusion is for future generations to judge. Yet from his words with the puppet Niamori, he clearly believed the village to be real, leaving us, the readers, lost in uncertainty. Which is very common in IDV lore, honestly. Master? Master! There you are! Why are you sleeping in the costume chamber? Come! Everyone's waiting to discuss the upcoming performance! Huh? Where's the Zangling Village Travelogue and the Shadow Puppets? What village now? Long story short, I had a dream. A story set in Zangling Village. Oh, we can make it into a new shadow play. Come, let me tell you all about it. And then, of course, we get to pick either Tao Mingyan or Xiaoqi for free. On the main account, I did pick Tao Mingyan, but the footage is, well, the footage is fine. The audio just exploded. So we're going to pick Tao Mingyan, even on the alt account, too. Look at that, bro. Yes, sir. And funnily enough, I'm getting this skin on the 15th of July, and this video will also be uploaded on the 15th of July, which, for those who don't know, is that ghost day, that very, very important day in Paper Bride. It is the 15th day of the 7th lunar month, also known as July 15th. So I think it's only fitting to pick up the skin and, you know, release this video on today's date, which is a bit frustrating, so I had to re-record it, but it's fine, dude. It is fine. And that's actually about it. I think we can kind of like, you can kind of skip between the songs and watch all the little Buppets play their little songs. We'll stick with Reincarnation since I think it's the best of these songs. But we got all the story rewards. That is all the story. Now, there are some Scribbled Ideas maps, I will say. There are 3 of them, actually. This one looks pretty cool, I will say. But there is, I think there's not this one. Unless, I guess maybe these are it. Oh my gosh! Yo, they have the one where she's on the car? That is funny. Yo, that's unfortunate. Yeah, so I guess this must be the developer. On NAEU, there are actually 3 of these. Oh my gosh, these are actually puzzles from the game. This is quite literally one of the puzzles from the game. I mean, it looks like they actually have quite a few. They have 3 of these on NAEU. However, again, they're only in Chinese. So, sadly, I can't play them. It looks like there's actually quite a few on Asia server, though. I'm actually recording this on Asia server because of the audio exploding, I should say. Unfortunately, I cannot do any of these due to the fact it's Chinese only, but they do look pretty cool, because a lot of these look like they're right out of the game, dude. I'm not even kidding. Like, poses and everything, they are right out of the game. Looks like we also have some fan-made ones as well, like one of these. This one also looks fan-made. I don't know. They look pretty cool, though. They do look pretty cool, so... yeah, either way, that is going to be it for our story. That is the Paper Bride story. Definitely let me know what you guys think about the story. I guess it was kind of like you had to read a lot more, or you had to craft puppets or whatever. I think that was just kind of fun. But I guess also let me know which skin you got for free. I see a lot of people rocking Xiaoqi and Tao Mingyang, which makes me really happy as somebody who really enjoyed playing through the Paper Bride series. But yeah, I guess just let me know what you think about the story or in the event and the crossover in general, because I really, really enjoy it as a Paper Bride fan. And I'm very excited to play 7 and 8 when they do come out. If you guys want to see me play through 1 through 6, I'll leave the link to the description of a playlist from me playing all the Paper Bride games below. If you're interested, you can go check it out. But either way, that is going to be it for me. So thank you so much for watching, everybody. I hope you have a great rest of your day. I'll see you all later. Bye-bye.